Holy crap, guys, I just got the first two mock-ups of the soon-to-be released Fyro travel bag, and I cannot believe how good they look. In this video, I'm gonna walk you through these mock-ups. I'm gonna tell you what we're excited about, show you what we're struggling with, and give you details about the next steps. And it should be noted that subscribers to the Fyro Insider Newsletter already got a first look at both these bags, which they always will. So if you want a first behind the scenes look at what's happening with Fyro, and you want to be able to vote on some of the key surveys to pick the features on these bags and directly have an impact on which direction they go in, be sure to sign up with the first link in the description below. Okay, so let me give you some context. These are not finished samples. These are mock-ups. And the difference being on a sample, it's like the final-ish product that we're trying to, put out there. But for these mock-ups, you can see we're missing pockets. We're missing features. These are just our attempt to nail the shape and the overall design brief, which for us, we had 4 priorities. Keep the bag light, comfortable, with insane tech protection, and give it a minimalist look and user experience, which in my opinion is the exact formula you need to make a killer travel backpack. And we're moving at such a faster pace than we did with the first bag, the T22. The first sample for the T22 was it was a different process. But this time, our development team in Vietnam, BagMe, are making sure that we set the foundation perfectly from the get-go, which means that we've spent months on months on months working on the design so that we have a blueprint to build a bag quickly. Because you can see, it's crazy how far along this product is, considering it's not even a full sample yet. So let's talk about how we're keeping the bag light. We're still utilizing the 330D polycarbonate Codra nylon for the primary fabric. Now we've only got 2 compartments. A front pocket that goes all the way to the bottom of the bag, and clamshell style opening for the main compartment. And one very interesting design choice that the BagMe team recommended was they're like, dude, if you want to keep this bag lightweight, let's cut the separate laptop compartment, which I think was such the right call. Because A, now we don't have another section here separating the main compartment from the tech compartment, and more fabric equals more weight. But B, for those times that you're not traveling with a laptop, you're not gonna lose extra space, because sometimes the tech compartment could be like 5-6 liters in itself. This way, the bag is a lot more versatile and light. It was just the best of all worlds. And the cherry on top to keep the bag lightweight is there's not a single ounce of padding on this bad boy. We got fabric on the outside, lining on the inside, nada with the padding. And as you can see, our efforts have paid off as this first mock-up, a 35-liter bag is clocking in at 2.2 pounds, which is basically 1 kg, which is a really impressive liters to weight ratio. Now, granted, it's probably gonna get a little bit more weight. Like I said, we gotta add pockets and maybe a feature or 2, which we're gonna need your help with deciding and voting on. So it's probably gonna tick up just a little bit, but hopefully not too much. Now let's talk about comfort. The reviews for the comfort of the T22 were honestly insane. I can't believe. Y'all love the T22. And we put so much time and effort and R&D into making it what I think to be the most comfortable everyday carry bag on the market. So now we're obviously gonna carry that over. Same back panel, same shoulder straps, just scale it up a little bit, right? T22 is a 22 liter. This is gonna be a 35 liter. We think more on that in a second. But as you can see, we've got the ventilated back panel, super chunky shoulder straps, and as voted on by the community, we have load lifters, and we will be adding loops right here so we can attach a hip belt as well. For tech protection, you want to talk about a false bottom. Look at that bad boy. That's like a 2.5 inch false bottom currently. And what's great is we made a moon-shaped zipper right here so you can easily grab your tech gear, and it can fit up to a 17-inch laptop. Our development team is so stoked about this laptop compartment. Look at how clean it is. It's super flush. We're testing a new fabric here to make it slightly less sticky. And the second sleeve is big enough for a tablet, and also if you're a double laptop user, you could even fit a 13-inch MacBook Pro. You guys know that I live off my laptop, so tech protection there was no compromise for me with this bag. And then finally, on that whole minimalist user experience and aesthetic, this is really a bag designed for 1 bag travel, or really 1.5 bag travel, right? It's where you got Packing cube, tech pouch, dop kit, all your travel stuff in here. And then you're probably rocking a sling on the front. This is the way that a lot of modern travelers are sort of tackling travel. It's the best way to do it. Because think about it, you're not gonna wanna swing your big ass 35-liter travel bag around to grab what you need. Small stuff here, the rest in the back, super comfy. Bada bing, bada boom. A couple other features that I'm really stoked about is a water bottle holder with a ton of capacity. Vertical luggage pass-through holder. 1, 2, back panel, passport pockets, or wallet or boarding pass or whatever you want to put in there. And some chunky handles. I mean, these are incredible. Especially important when you're at the airport, putting the bag over top, right, grabbing it, popping the bag down. This handle, I mean, it's really awesome, I'm not gonna lie. Ooh, and when fully packed out, the ability to self-stand like a motherfucking champ. Now that's all fun and games, but I'm here to give you a behind the scenes look as to what it's really like to make a premium product. So there's things that we're struggling with. Here's some of them. While we're really digging the top and side handles, the development team thinks that we can improve the stitching here in a way that's a little bit more aesthetically pleasing. So we're gonna be testing out like a lot of different handles and prototypes and how to sew the handles in to make sure they're reinforced but also still look great. The pocket configuration, especially for the admin compartment, is gonna be really interesting. And one more thing we're trying to work on is the Fyro branding. On the T22, we had the word Fyro on the top and a little metal logo here, and we might do something similar like that with this bag. But from an aesthetic perspective, we still wanna see what this brand can be. And on that note, I think that there's something that we can just do to spruce this bag up a little bit. It's simple, which I love, but I think it just needs a little bit more panache. Nothing loud, like we don't like loud, Supreme style branding on our bags, not at this price point, right? But I think that we can challenge ourselves to sexify it a bit. So first up with the size, I mean, the bag is currently around 35 liters, which is typical for carry-on size, right? You're not gonna fit it underneath the seat in front of you. You just wanna maximize that travel space to be able to pop it in the overhead bin. We could also do a personal item around 27 liters, so you always can one bag it underneath the seat in front of you. Or we can kind of go in the middle, 30 liters. So that's gonna be a big decision that we're gonna need your help on. But also, I think that we can sneak a couple more features onto this bad boy without compromising the weight, hopefully too much. And that's the challenge, right? Is like the brief, like I said, lightweight, comfortable, tech protection, minimalist. So we've nailed that so far. But can we maybe throw a couple other features on there that are really important to you guys that allows us to keep in line with our brief while also providing a little bit of extra value, without compromising the weight, like we said. Now, finally, let's talk about the timeline moving forward. From here, we're gonna test out the bag for another week or so. And then BagMe is gonna work on the first real sample. Remember, this is just the mock-up. That's where all the pockets are gonna be on the bag, all the features, bells and whistles, and it should be, crazily enough, like a finalized product at that point. But we're not gonna be ready to launch yet, right? We're gonna have to test the bag out, get community feedback, in the goal of having a summer Kickstarter launch. Hopefully, fingers crossed, along with the Fyro sling, which we're also starting to make some ground on. But again, and if you wanna learn more about that sling, and you wanna vote in the features of this travel bag, whether it's the capacity or any particular feature set that you think will take this bag to the next level, here at Fyro, we're a community-driven brand through and through. So to be a part of that community, be sure to sign up to the Fyro Insider Newsletter with the first link in the description below. And finally, we're gonna be doing an AMA with the travel bag for our community. So if you have any questions, comments, suggestions, anything in relation to this travel bag, is there something that me or the team may have missed? Be sure to let me know in the comments below, and I'll see you guys next in your inbox.